Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing as the French Commune. So in the last episode we had a bit of a change in the diplomatic situation. The British joined our faction and seemingly they'll stay in this faction as long as we stay at war, which really kind of depends on what happens with the Americans. As of right now, we'll move the troops out of Africa since that's not as important, and we'll start moving those guys to other locations with the expectation that we fight the Japanese and the Americans soon. However, we'll be leaving one front in Africa here along the Egyptian border and the Syrian front as well, just for right now, because we need to make sure that we will in fact stay in the faction with the British. It really depends on if the Americans join the war or not, because what will happen if we join this war and conquer Luxembourg real quick, then the United States doesn't get a chance to join the war. Although I don't think this is going to happen, but if it does go down this way, they don't get a chance to join, and thus we get the peace treaty. Since New Zealand's not a major power, so you don't have to defeat them. So we'll have the peace treaty, and we'll have to worry about the United States. And once we are at peace, I do expect the British to leave the faction since they're not communist. But it's interesting that you have Edward VIII here rather than be a Nazi sympathizer. He's a communist sympathizer. So I thought that's interesting development here. So we'll see what happens, because again, I do expect they'll leave the faction if we end up at peace. So let's just see. I would like to get Luxembourg conquered, so we'll just get all the troops over here. I'm only bringing 3 for right now. I guess we can get a couple of these guys and bring them over there as well. But I'm bringing a ton of units over to America with the expectation that we'll be at war with them. So we got troops heading over here, put more divisions into both of these 2 armies here. And so yeah, we'll see what happens there. See if the Americans do in fact join the conflict. As of right now, they are still neutral, only at war with Japan. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes down. And do we have enough troops on the borders yet? Yeah, I feel like we do. So let's just go ahead and, well, we don't want to justify war goal. We want to join the conflict. So let's just ask the Soviets if we could join their war. And then we'll go ahead and invade. And this should be a nice easy battle here, and that would end the war. I mean, sure, we'll let everybody else join if they want. Yeah, this should be the end of the war if the Americans don't join here. We won't take these expeditionary forces again. It's going to be completely irrelevant if the Americans don't join, which it looks like they will not. So I think we'll get the peace treaty now, since yeah, the Americans are not in the conflict, and they're the only ones we need to defeat. So yeah, I think it'll be the peace treaty here in moments, and thus we would. There's Luxembourg capitulating, of course. Yeah, they still haven't joined yet. I'm a little surprised we haven't seen the peace treaty just yet. We should have gotten it, right? Huh. Maybe we will have to defeat them over here? That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, because they're a minor power. Yeah, I'll let everybody join if they want to, if they ask. I mean, I suppose I could even go in here and just say call all, just to get them all in here. Yeah, interesting. I thought the war would be over. But apparently not. That's strange. Because, yeah, they're not in this conflict. So, yeah, that's strange. I can't really explain what's going on there. So, let's go ahead and get the machine-assisted decryption. And I suppose we're going to want to decrypt America after we finish with Japan. So, let's hurry up and get that done, guys. Also, I assume we have some people over here, not doing anything. Because we got the one guy in Japan. And then we have somebody over here in Britain unnecessarily, I suppose. Or no, he probably got moved out of there because I don't think you could spy on your allies. So what we'd want to do, since he at least speaks English, so let's go ahead and put him over here then. And we'll put him in Boston, I suppose. So have him start spying on the Americans. Also, let's go and have this guy go to Japan because I really want to see what they're working on their focuses. I guess we're already at 98%, aren't we? So there's really no point in putting them over here, huh? Okay, so won't do that then. Could try and get it against the Chinese. I don't know if we're actually seeing any Chinese divisions on these fronts. Yeah, it seems like it's just all Japanese divisions. Okay. We'll go over to America, though, then, and try and get some intel over here. All right, excellent. And maybe we'll try and do that collaboration thing with them once we get enough intel to do so. And I don't know if we still need to do the resistance over here. Oh, Alright, so we did have the peace treaty. Just took a little while to fire. Alright, well, let's go and annex them. That's one thing I definitely wanted to do here. And the Japanese are in this treaty too. I didn't know they're at war with New Zealand. So we'll have to see what happens there. Is there anything else we can do here? It seems like New Zealand's not involved, but they are. You can't annex them or anything. I don't think there's anything else to do besides annexing Luxembourg. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Alright, so that's already been taken. That's probably why. So with that war over, doesn't that mean that we're completely at peace? So the British will likely leave the Comintern now. We'll wait and see, but I'm expecting that's what's going to happen. This also means that the Americans wouldn't have any reason to join the conflict because we're not at war with their faction anymore. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen here, guys. Let's wait and see. We'll keep these units here for now because, again, I do expect the British would lead the faction, right? Since they're different. Maybe not, though. It's hard to say. They're not at war either, though. Yeah, I don't know what's going to go on. We'll just leave things as they are right now with the intention of, or with the plan that we have to fight the Americans and not the British. Then we'll have to redirect them if things change. We have more troops coming over here, too. I think I said a couple more divisions over here. Maybe one or two. There's one of them there. You see supply is an issue. Okay, we should start fixing that now then. So like if we need supply hubs, which yeah, clearly we do. Probably put a supply hub right here because it's already attached to the rails. But another thing we might want to do, let's go throw this up at the top here, is take a look at the infrastructure and see if we want to improve that, because that would really help, you know, the delivery of supplies. So let's go ahead and improve it here. We'll get up to like level 2 here, level 3 right here for now. Let's kind of build that up. We've got those forts built up over here as well. So we've got up to, you know, I think it was level 3 or something like that. Yeah, level 3. So getting the forts constructed will make it difficult for them to attack there and take that territory. But just because the Japanese get the war goal doesn't mean they'll declare war immediately. We'll just have to see. Venezuela is planning on starting some stuff. Okay. I assume they would join the Japanese faction. And they'd probably invade into this territory here. We have 3 divisions here to protect our interest in the area. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, let's go and speed this up since we're just at peace. Just waiting for something to happen here, guys. I suppose we need to finish up the division designs. And then go ahead and start building divisions, because look at how much manpower we have. So yeah, we should really get that taken care of. So still nothing over here yet to get. Over here we're already filled out. Excellent. So yeah, these guys are good too. You could add more tanks, but of course we're actually short on tanks still. For the garrisons, I mean. Yeah, it looks like 358 light tanks is what we're missing. And then we have the foreign legions, which it looks like they're done too. I wasn't planning on doing anything else with them. So it's just the tanks, right? Or are they done as well? Yeah, they're done too. So the division designs are completed, and so now we can just go ahead and start training troops. These will be the first divisions we've trained in the entire series. So we're going to get a couple of these guys, because I feel like we need a few more. Protect our colonial territory. We'll get 5. Yeah, I think 5 would be good. And then we're going to want some tanks, though we might not have all the equipment for them. Yeah, we're lacking light tanks, so we'll just get 1 for right now, just to have this set up. And then a bunch of regular infantry, I suppose. See how much we can get. We are lacking anti-air, so that's something to keep in mind. So we'll do 10 for now. And then we'll probably want to take a look at the situation here, because we lost all those factories. I didn't really think about that. We don't have control of those factories, so now our planes aren't currently being built. So we're going to want to pull back from on a few things. Artillery, for instance, is looking pretty good. Let's probably pull back there. The anti-air still need to get a lot of that, but you don't need as many trucks, so we need to tick that down some. Still need a lot of light tanks. Light self-propelled artillery still needed as well. I feel like you could probably pull 1 from here. We're in a much better situation there than we were. And you know what? We don't need these anymore. I completely forgot about those. So we built a bunch of those that we didn't need. Yeah, I forgot we had that line. So just need the naval bombers now to be filled out. So we might want to do is just pull a few more back on some of this stuff here. Yeah, I mean, you can even pull back on the artillery, I suppose, since we're pretty good on that front. All right, so this looks pretty good for right now. Trains aren't as much of an issue. Let me make sure that these guys here are set up to use the trucks. That should help their supply situation. Yeah, looks like we're good to go now. Excellent. All right, so we've got troops training for the first time in the entire campaign. Just crazy. 1941, almost mid 1941, and we're training our first divisions. Yeah, that's a first. That's definitely a first, guys. I cannot say that has ever happened before in one of my campaigns, that it's taken this long to build units. So yeah, definitely a first. So yeah, we need to start. I guess, I mean, I don't really know who we're fighting now. I mean, we know we're going to fight the Japanese, though, so yeah, we'll continue building up ships, getting ready for these light cruisers. So you can get the next sonar, I suppose. We have the basic depth charges. There's smoke generators, but we want equipment. I guess we don't even have the basic cruiser armor yet, so I should probably work on that. Alright, so I'll just keep on getting the ship techs. I haven't been able to read you guys' comments yet from the last episode on what we should do with this map situation here. So that'll probably be next episode that we kind of deal with that and figure out whether we're going to leave it as is or you know, annex it. So I'll wait to hear from you guys. But yeah, we're just preparing for war with the Japanese. I almost feel like we should put more troops over here now. And maybe even switch out general or something. I don't know. I think we have like a decent general still sitting here not doing anything. So you got this guy here. We didn't use him just yet. So yeah, maybe we'll put him in place then. Just have a better general over here. Yeah, let's go and put him in place. And see if there's anything we want to get here. Just the guerrilla fighter. We don't need that. Have a better general over here. Yeah, I wanted to leave some units over here, but we don't need this many, I suppose. So yeah, we should move more units to the Japanese theater here before they declare war on us. So let's go with 2 of these guys over here. And maybe a couple units over here, 1 unit over here. We also have the tanks that I haven't moved over here yet. So I think we'll go ahead and set them up too. Hopefully this is not too late. And where we'd want to attack with the tanks, I suppose right here. Obviously, 3 tanks aren't going to make a huge difference, but, you know, they'll help. And then maybe just 2 more units into this army here. That's what I'm thinking. 1 of them right here, and then the last one will go over here. Although we do have 7 up on there. So let's go here. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to take this back like so. Maybe, if it'll let me. So you don't have, you know, both of these armies covering this front. And then what you could probably do is just have this guy come on this front, actually. We'll kind of make some adjustments as they get over there. But yeah, just send more divisions over there. So as of right now, we just have the 5 divisions in France. That's it. And we might even move those out as well. Yeah, I wish I knew what was going to happen here with the Americans and the British. Are the British still in the faction? They are. So maybe they won't get pulled out. It's hard to say. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. Same thing with Americans. I mean, they're at war with the Japanese, so they're not going to really have any interest in fighting us. And the Australian People's Republic just joined the Comintern. So I don't know what will happen then with the British, you know, ability to do the Imperial rebellions. I don't know with them in the faction if that like stops them from doing it. I'm not entirely sure. We did get that aggressive focus. Excellent. So now we have another choice to make. Here we can go with the Battle of Maneuver route. This will give us Charles de Gaulle as a theorist. This will give a bonus for all armor technology, increasing the max speed by plus 10%. And then, of course, you get the doctrine cost reduction, 15%. I mean, he's pretty good. The max speed is awesome. You guys know I love speed. So that's a good focus here. But then after that, it's kind of disappointing. So you get a total of 15 army experience here that you wouldn't get over in this round. That's not that big of a deal. Here you can build trucks for cheaper. Trucks are already really cheap and easy to build, so that's not that helpful. And then you get the 2 research bonuses, which you know, that's great. We get research bonuses over here as well. So this is really not that impressive of a route, in my opinion, for us. When you look at the other choices here, if we go down the air dominance route, this is going to reduce the production cost of fighters and closed air support by 10%, which are far more expensive than the trucks are. So a lot more helpful. Plus, we're trying to build our Air Force up. Then you get a total of 2 research bonuses, just like over here. This is for closed air support. And then we get 2 reductions to air doctrines, so that'll be helpful. And then you get the flying artillery, which is an increased ground attack for tactical bombers and close air support. I mean, that's a great bonus. So I feel like this is a better route for us. So let's go with the air dominance, guys. Yeah, I think that'll be really helpful for us, especially as we try and build this Air Force up. Trying to increase the overall size of it. And, well, that's interesting. Mexico just joined the United States' faction. Okay. So, yeah, we'll just have to see what happens here. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you. Yeah, I'm just surprised that the British are still in the faction. And if the Japanese declare war soon, then that'll ensure that they stay in the faction. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, guys. 32 days here to get Japan done. Again. And then we'll start working on the United States, since they're a potential enemy now. And we've gotten some military factories freed up, so let's go ahead and figure out where we want to put these. We're doing great on support equipment now, so you know what, we can go and take back this by quite a bit. Let's actually we'll just go down to 10 times, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So greatly reduce the number of factories we got going towards the support equipment. Anti-airs is looking much better as well. Still really short on the light tanks, so that's kind of an issue. I want to get some heavy tanks if we fight the Americans. Then we'll go for the heavy tanks that I had talked about getting. How are we doing on the garrisons? We're almost there. I don't think any more factories are needed. I really think we should work on the Air Force, guys. That is where we are lacking. Our planes leave a lot to be desired. Then with the civilian factories, let's see what we want to do here. We've built up some of the radar, but there's definitely more that could be done. Could build up the radar over here. It's kind of hard to say what's going to happen or where we should build these, since we can't say what's going to happen. I guess we'll put this one here. Hopefully we don't lose that. And that'll help us get more coverage over this way. We also need coverage in this area, so let's go and build one there. And I think we're going to build one here. Yeah, so let's build radar all throughout this area. And then might also want to get a bit of radar coverage over here. It would just in case we fight the Americans. Again, I'm not sure what's going to happen here, so this is all in British hands here, except for this one, so we're going to build there. And then maybe build here as well. And just really focus on getting that radar coverage up. And could also build over here to help out in this area. So I think that's good for now. Yeah, just really focusing on getting the radar built up. I think that'll be helpful. Getting the supply improved over here as well with that supply hub. So we'll be able to support more troops over here. Might need to build the railroads up a bit more too. And we could even build the fort levels up. Maybe we should build the fort levels all the way up all around here, actually. Maybe not in certain areas, I suppose. We get the 1940 cruisers. Excellent. So I think we're going to wait until we get some more stuff built here. Maybe I should have reduced that cost there. But yeah, we're currently working on the armor. I feel like we need to get that at the very least, since we don't need to have the lowest level armor right now. So yeah, we'll get that. And then we still need the guns as well. So let's go ahead and get that going now. Let's go for the improved medium batteries here. Let's get those researched. And then as soon as we have another operative we can recruit, seen a commando. But we got another commando who has an additional trait. He's an infiltrator. And he also has a bunch of different nationalities. Not that any of those would actually help us. So I think we'll get him. Although she's a seducer and a commando. She's Polish. I think she's the best option, honestly. And we don't have any ladies yet. It's a sausage fest. up here in our operatives. So let's get a lady going, and we have 2 in the United States. Japan, you don't really need anybody else there. Again, could go after China. Let's just really work on the U.S. to try and get this ticked up as quickly as possible, I suppose. And then with the 3 operatives there, we're able to pull a couple of them back and actually do a mission or whatever, is what I'm thinking. How are we doing on resistance over here? Pretty good. So we could also take that operative from here and move them for one of these missions. But again, got to get the intel a little bit higher before we do that. Philippines has capitulated. So that's all in Japanese hands now. And I don't know when they're going to get that war goal. And we're clearly still working on it. Oh no, they're already done. So they have the war goal. They can declare war on us at any time right now. So maybe it'll be Venezuela that starts conflict up. I don't know. We got the logistic company too. Excellent. So do we want to get anything else over here right now? I wanted to get the signal company. Also, there's maintenance companies as well. We don't have those yet. Let's go and get the signal company next, because I want to add those to the regular divisions, and we can't finish up their division design until we have them. Let's make sure that nobody needs any training. Looks like we got 1 division here that needs to train up. What about the rest of these guys? They're all good to go. All right, excellent. Should have all our troops over here as well, up on this front for if we do fight the Americans. Yeah, it's just a period of peace, building up again. And I guess this is our first real period of peace that we've had in the campaign, because we were supposed to have that period of peace after the big war, and then we ended up finding ourselves into conflict with several countries, and so we didn't really have any peace. So do we want to work on our encryption at all? I don't think we'll do this one. It's just too many factories. We'll do these 2, so we'll get those knocked out, and then when we're done there, we're also almost done with Japan here. Once we're done getting those 2 upgrades, I think we'll be finished up here and just, you know, keep our factories for ourselves. Let's go ahead and work on the Americans now. That's going to be 760 days. Good God, that's going to be a while. We got the Concentrated Industry 4. Excellent. Let's go ahead and go for... I almost want to get more naval techs, guys. Yeah, if we have to fight the Japanese and the Americans, then yeah, our fleet it's sorry, to say the least. It's not a great fleet. So we got the guns going here. Let's go for the dual purpose. Always like the dual purpose guns. So we'll get those. And then we got the basic armor. Excellent. We're going to go ahead and go with the next level armor. How long is it going to take to get that? We don't even have the experience. We need to train up ships, apparently. Because yeah, we're not doing anything. So we need some naval experience. So I guess we'll go after this. How much longer until we get those guns? 30 days? I don't know if we're going to wait for these. It'd only be 40 days to that point, but we got to get it started at some point. Looks like we can also go ahead and build some more units up, so let's go ahead and do that. Get like another 5 to get them up to 15. It's still just the anti-air that we're short here, so you know what, let's get up to 20 then. And see where these factories at on the anti-air. We got 15 going into that. We could always step it up to 20. But yeah, we're not actually building any military factories. I did forget I wanted to start training these ships up. Let me see here. There's some ships that need some training here. So let's just go ahead and train. I know this is a big old... let's pull these guys out. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to do it that way. Yeah, we'll just pull out anybody who needs training and only train those. So we're not wasting any fuel. So these guys will train up. The battleship and that light cruiser. And then maybe just train all the submarines. I think that'd be a good way to do it. Also, it looks like we need to train this battleship up here. So get him training. Or her training, I should say. And then... we're not in a war, so we don't need any of these submarines out there. Just going to turn all this off. And make sure they're turned off too. Yeah, everybody's turned off. Alright, so we're going to let the submarines over here train for experience. Just to get our naval experience going up. I suppose we can also train the submarines over here. I'm worried they'll be all damaged when the Japanese declare war on us. So I think it'd be best to keep these guys fully repaired. We'll just train over here for now. Because yeah, I don't know if we'll even go to war with the Americans now at this point. It's hard to say. Yeah, it's really hard to say. If Canada was fascist or communist, there might be a chance they would attack Canada. But with them being not aligned, I don't think they'll attack them. Yeah, I just don't know what would start the conflict. There's nobody in their faction. We're actually, I mean, other than Mexicans, and I don't think Mexicans will attack anybody. Hard to say, though. I don't know their entire focus tree. But they went down that Democratic route, so probably not. Yeah, I just think it's going to be with the Japanese guys. That's who we're going to be fighting. And that's whenever they declare war. Now, we could also get a focus against them, I believe. I think we have one somewhere in our tree. But I don't think we'd work on that. Just wait till the war starts naturally, I suppose. Let's get the excavation. We have a ton of resources that can be traded. We got that air dominance as well, so now we're going to be able to build the close air support and the fighters for cheaper. Do we want to keep on going down here? I mean, we need to get the army reform. So even though a lot of these aren't, helpful right this moment, we got to get down to the army reform, guys. So let's go and keep working on these, because that's still hitting us. So the Civil War has started here. I don't think we have any troops anywhere around the area, so we probably won't be helping out in this. I assume it should be an easy conflict, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. We got that improved medium battery, excellent. So we got those guns now. So I guess we're just waiting on the armor for 40 days. I don't think we'll wait on anything else. We'll keep on researching stuff, obviously. Unless we can get something here quick. That's 56 days. Probably not. I don't think we'll be able to get anything quick enough to justify waiting for it. Yeah, probably not, guys. So I think we have two things going on in here. Yeah, we got two things. So let's go and research something else. There's a lot of stuff we need right now, guys. Like a ton of stuff we need. So I think it makes sense to go and put this into something else. There's the radar. Get the additional radar stations. I think we're going to get that just yet, though. Obviously, we haven't gotten very much here. Our anti-air is pretty old. So maybe that. Oh, tanks. Yes, tanks, guys. We should get the tanks. So let's get the armor first. We also have a 50% research bonus there from the technology sharing, so we can get this in 53 days. So that's what we'll get next. I forgot I wanted that armor. We've needed that for some time now. So yeah, still can't pull the troops back here, not until war starts. Basically, gotta wait until the Japanese declare war, because up to that point, they can always leave the faction. Now, currently there is a war, I suppose. Do we want to join this? Who are all they at war with? Just South Africa? Yeah, we'll just decline this. I don't really see any reason to join right now. And take the hit to our stability and stuff. Not when there's nobody else involved. Yeah, let's wait and see what happens here. And it doesn't look like this is going to spiral into another conflict. Yeah, I don't think so, guys. I think it's just going to result in them getting conquered and annexed. So yeah, we're not really playing any part in this. No reason to join the conflict, guys. And we got the dual purpose secondary battery. Excellent. I guess we should do like sonar or depth charges or something. Yeah, I think that probably makes sense. Let's go for the sonar here. And then we'll do the depth charges. Because the Japanese have, submarines. Americans have submarines. No matter who we fight, we're going to be fighting submarines. So, yeah, it makes sense. I'm going to get that grabbed up. We do have plenty of manpower for building here. And we also have equipment. Yeah, we even have the anti-air situation just about dealt with. So I suppose we'll build another 5 units here. And then we got our civilian factories freed up. Alright, so supply is good over here. I don't think there's anything else we need to do when it comes to supply. Let me take a look at the radar coverage, see how we're doing. Pretty good. Yeah, looking good over there. Got the radar coverage all throughout here as well. And we're still building the radar here. Yeah, still getting the radar built up over in this area. Just can't really see exactly how coverage looks just yet. But yeah, I think we're good with the radar now. I don't think it's necessary to build any further radar. And I guess we're just going to work on the military factories. Yeah. Eventually we'll want more dockyards too, but for right now, let's just do military factories. We did lose a lot of factories. Yeah, we lost a ton of factories after those peace treaties that we did have occupied. Let's get those numbers built back up. And we got a lot of stuff we got to build still. As far as planes, let me see if we can put any out there. We do have some planes in the stockpile. So with that, we're done. So we'll just keep the civilian factories for construction. So yeah, let's go and get the Air Force out there training. And any of these planes here that need to train, we'll set them up as well. Yeah, just get... How many planes can we fit over here? 2,000, so about 1,000 more. So let's get some close air support out there. So I put all our fighter ones over there, and just get them built up to the 200. Alright, excellent. So go ahead and put these guys on training. Alright, so we're training up some of our planes using that fuel. Do we have any of our factories trading for fuel? No. Okay, just want to make sure. I don't think we're trading for anything, but let's just, yeah, we're good to go. Alright, we don't want to be wasting those factories. And getting these military factories constructed, and I feel like anti-air is what we should put it into, just so we can continue building troops without any problems there. Did we finish up the signal? We did not. 82 days here. So then we'll get that, and that'll be done, and our all of our division designs will be done. Can deploy some units here. All right, excellent. So let's go ahead and set these guys up. We'll deploy them like. Let's see how we want to do this. So we'll set up a little training army over here. Some peasants. Get them training up, and then we'll want to set up an area of defense. It's going to have to be a little bit larger than normal because there's a lot of troops that are going to be deploying. And let's just go ahead and set them all up to deploy to this area and join this here army. Oops. There we go. Alright, so they've all deployed. And now they should be training up over here. So yeah, we can see what the Americans are working on, carrier primacy, but still can't see what the Japanese are working on. They're still not in the war yet. No, it's just with the American faction. So, I mean, our two potential enemies are, fighting each other, maybe exhausting each other's resources, so I suppose that's helpful. So we get this in 30 days, 29 days, but I just don't know that we want to wait that long. Because, yeah, and then you get this, and then you start working on this here, and then, you're not that far away from that, 2 months or whatever, and you can always postpone it. Yeah, I guess we'll wait for that next tech, but then that's it, guys. And then we need to build these light cruisers because we're just working on submarines right now. We got a bunch of submarines out here. Speaking of the submarines, we need to get these training. So let's place them over here for right now and let them train up. Get them out there training, then we'll set them up and see where we want to put them. But yeah, we got a nice little submarine force over here. We built up, replacing all those losses that we took. Yeah, we're just building these up very rapidly here. Could have them, deploy straight over to that, I suppose. And we can get a doctrine, but that's just that really expensive land doctrine. We're moving to try and get those focuses so that we can get rid of this Victors of the Great War. And, maybe we'll be able to, get a bunch of doctrines all back to back. We got that armor for the tanks. Excellent. So what do we want to get next? There's 20% bonus here for the advanced engines. So I was going to get that. I should have got the engines first. That's what I actually wanted, not the armor. My bad. I mean, we wanted the armor, but we needed the engines. That's what I was supposed to be getting. All right, well, we're getting them now, so we'll get those researched. But yeah, I was supposed to get the engines rather than the armor. It's okay. We eventually would have wanted to get it eventually anyways. But yeah, over here, yeah, just not enough units. Let's build the fortifications up over here, just in case they really throw a lot of troops at us. So yeah, let's get some land forts all along. It doesn't gotta be like a lot of land forts or anything. Just a little bit here. This one needs to be a higher level though, because we built that supply hub there, so that's pretty important to us. And then over here, we'll build this one, but not in here, because the idea is that we'll be able to take that province there. Hopefully, you have enough troops here, we should be able to get it done. So yeah, we'll build up some fortifications up along the line here to help us out against the Japanese. Still waiting for them to declare war. They have that war goal, and maybe they're just focusing on the conflict against the Americans. And it looks like our agent was captured, unfortunately. We did get that focus. Let's go and get the next one. And we're going to have to rescue our operative, unfortunately. So which one was it? Was it one of the ones in America? Or was it the one in Japan? Seems like we got the one in Japan over here. We still have the guy who's doing that. So yeah, it was one of the American ones. Yeah, because we had 3 here, I believe. So let's go ahead and rescue our operative, and we're going to send our new recruit, Christina. Code name is Andra? Yeah, we'll get her over there on that mission. Commence it when ready, and get our operative rescued. And then when we're done rescuing the operative, I guess we'll go ahead and start doing some missions against the Americans. Yeah, we'll get one started there as soon as we get that guy rescued, saved. We got that sonar, so I believe that means we're going to go and get these light cruisers designed. We're not going to wait for the torpedoes, just take too long, or the depth charges, 84 days. We'll get them, but we're not going to wait for them. Let's go ahead and get these light cruisers building up. So we need to decommission these older models here. And got a lot of work to do with these. I don't know if we're going to have enough experience, actually. Yeah, we might not have the experience to get this done. I mean, we'll see if we can. But yeah, I think that 27 experience is going to be short. That's what I expect. So yeah, let's go ahead and do the light cruiser batteries here. We'll just design as much as we can. We'll get the sonar and the radar, I think. Yeah, rather than the fire control systems. Let's get the radar 3 in there. Whoops. We also need to put the engines over here. Not that one. Just clicking like crazy over here. Get those dual purpose guns. We got the armor already. Excellent. So you'd want to save this here. Yeah, I clearly did too much. So that's what we can get. And yeah, I'm not going to build it like this. So we'll save this here. And we'll just change it up a little bit. Yeah, we just don't have the experience to finish it up. And light cruisers, they take far too long to build up. Yeah, just far too long for us to build those up. For us to, you know, build one that's so cruddy. If it's destroyers or submarines, you know, obviously those don't take that long to get completed. Yeah, light cruisers, you know, they're not as long as the capital ships, but yeah, they certainly take long enough to justify waiting, in my opinion. Then looks like we got another dockyard over here. They must have been doing repairs. That's what was going on. I was wondering where all our dockyards were. So they keep trying to pull us into this conflict here. It looks like they're losing, surprisingly. I'm sure this will turn around a bit. You see a lot of green here. Yeah, we're not going to get involved in that. I think it's unnecessary. And yeah, that's currently still all that they are at war with. It's just South Africa. So yeah, I do wonder if there will be a war here with Australia, a civil war. Since they're in the faction, it wouldn't really make sense for a civil war to start up there. But, you know, sometimes things don't work the way you would expect them to work in Hearts of Iron 4. So we'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, I hope they don't start one there, because then you're just weakening yourself. They're already in the faction. It doesn't make any sense. And what would happen anyway? You break off the Imperialists. I mean, what are you going to do? Pull Australia out of the faction? I don't even know how that would work. So you think it wouldn't be able to fire. So let's go and get these military factories assigned. Support equipment is doing absolutely fantastic now. So we can actually go and pull back on this a bit, I think. And you know, even pull back on the infantry equipment, though I suppose we're trying to get this updated. So we'll keep the 5 in there. Yeah, we'll keep the 5 over there. Not much upgrades needed for the artillery. Looks like we're finally good on the anti-air, so you can pull back on that as well. And probably should put into the tanks a bit more. And the light self-propelled artillery. Looks like we're good with those tanks. We could probably even pull back on that now. And this will allow us to focus on the planes, which is what we need to do. Just really pump into the planes. Try and get our Air Force built up, which means we probably have some more planes in the stockpile. Maybe we can pull more close air support out here, get them training up. Yeah, we have these 3 currently training. Let's get another one out there. We'll wait to train up the naval bombers till we get up to 200. Let me make sure all these air wings have 200. Yeah, looks good to go. Yeah, so just continue training up our planes. We'll need those for war against the Japanese. But yeah, I kind of feel like we won't go to war with the Americans now unless we start it up. Unless we wanted to, like, justify a war goal against them. Siam just joined the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere, so that's not good. Because that's all that belong here. Yeah, that's... Wow. Alright, so we're in trouble now. Okay, so we're going to need to pull these guys out of here, frankly. We have to just expect that the British are going to stay in our faction. They've been in our faction for a while now. And we're going to have to bring these over here. And even this won't be enough, frankly. Yeah, that will not be enough troops to get this done here. So let's go and take all these guys. They can train over here. And put them on this front. Just for defense purposes. I was going to put these guys elsewhere, but now they're stuck going over here. Maybe we can make adjustments a bit later. But we need more troops defending the Dutch East Indies. I currently have a few of the ports defended. This one here, both of these two over here. But there are open ports that could be taken. So that's kind of a problem. I don't think we have any other troops in Africa. Yeah, we pulled all those out already. We do have to protect against the British naval invasions over here. Looks like we can also build. So let's go and do so. I don't really want to build forts all up along here. Yeah, kind of a pain in the butt. That'd be a lot of forts you got to construct. Well, we don't want to build forts, period, until we know that we're going to keep it. So we need to, frankly, get the rest of those troops over here before we can do that. It's kind of a shame, but we'll wait, see what happens there. But do we have any more places we want to get radar coverage? No, I think we're good. So yeah, let's just go ahead and take a look at the fort situation here. Maybe build this up even higher. Since now we're going to clearly have to pull some troops off of this front and put them over here. Yeah, I think that's definitely going to have to happen now. Charles de Gaulle is currently leading these guys, so we'll keep him there. So yeah, let's pull some of the troops off of here and bring them over here. That's really the only way to go about doing this that will be effective, I think. Is just we'll rely on the forts. I don't know if we'll be advanced here. I guess this one you'd want to get up to like level 6 or something. And yeah, here we're not going to do that. I think we're good to go. We'll just focus on building these fortifications up. We can also build more military factories. You know what? Let's build some dockyards up. Just a couple. Build a couple of these up. And then we'll do the military factories. And these 80% locations. Alright, so that should keep them busy for a little while. But yeah, let's go and take any troops here and move them onto this front for now. So anywhere where you have like more than one division is going to have to move over here essentially. So let's just take this guy, move him over here. Maybe one more of these guys, have him come over here. Still have troops over here that we can move. Let's go and bring more troops over here, guys. Won't get rid of this army completely, but yeah, clearly gonna have to send some over here. You know what? I should have sent one more. Yeah, one more over here so we can get them full all the way up to 24 divisions. And then that'll allow us to pull some of these guys out and bring them over here to the ports. And yeah, just one division in each one of these provinces for right now. We might make adjustments in the future, but that'll have to work for now. We got the advanced engines, excellent, so we're gonna want to make use of those immediately. And do we want to go ahead and get the next level? Why not? It's only 59 days. Got a research bonus for that. Alright, so let's go ahead and make those adjustments now. So light tanks are good. It's just the self-propelled artillery. Remember we had to pull back on the armor because we just didn't have the ability with the engines to get that ticked up some. So I think this is good. It's just 3 experience here. I don't think there's anything else you need to add here. We got the radios. I think there's anything here. We could take a look, I suppose, at your small armaments and see if there's anything we need to adjust here. I don't think so, because we're behind on all that. Yeah, I think we're gonna go. It's just 3 experience, and I did forget to change the name, of course, so I'm gonna have to throw a B on here. and go ahead and readjust this. All right, excellent. So just get their armor up to where the light tanks are. And oops, didn't mean to click on that. And then change these up over here. All right, excellent. So those will be better, faster. Or I guess they'll be the same speed, but they'll have better armor and breakthrough and stuff. I think we're just gonna keep on pumping into planes, guys. Since we went so long not really building our Air Force that much. And so we got a lot of improvements we have to make. Let's gonna take one of these guys and get him coming over here. Again, we might not even fight the Americans, but yeah, we'll bring him over here. Just in case we do. Once we go to war with the Americans, if that was to happen, then obviously they would control the seas. Though maybe not. The British have their fleet. I don't know. It's hard to say. They'd probably control the seas around their own area at the very least. So with the signal companies done, I think we're going to move along to other stuff. I know we're about to go into 1942 here, but we do not have anything over here, guys. We're really behind here. So let's go ahead and get the anti-air now. I think that'll be helpful. So with that done, we can go ahead and make our last change to our division designs over here with the signal companies. So I'm going to save that, and you know, that's going to deplete some of our support equipment here, but yeah, we're pretty good. But it will require us to retrain these troops once they get that new manpower. So I'll make sure they're training up. And Japan just declared war on the Soviet East Indies, so the war has just started. Now, they're not at war with us yet, and we're going to wait before we go to the last minute because we don't have any troops over here yet. So this is not good. So we absolutely have to wait. And they might declare war on us, and then we'll be in a horrible situation. But until that happens, yeah, we're not joining. I don't know how long it's going to take to get these guys over there. Yeah, you can see they're on their way now. Those are the ones that are coming from over here. So we have to wait. Yeah, we just have to. I suppose you could take these two and bring them over here. Put them on this front, and then just take, you know, some of the troops that are like farthest away. They're going to take the longest to get over here. I don't know which route they're going. Are they all going through the Mediterranean? Looks like they are. Okay, so just take a couple of the troops here. Have them rejoin this army. And then they'll cover these. So you can bring some more troops over here, because yeah, it's a horrible situation. Let's go and just turn this down a bit so if they do declare war on us, you know, we're ready. But yeah, they have declared war on our faction, so the war has started. Let's take a little bit of time to get ready, get our troops over there, because Siam did kind of change the game up a bit when they joined that faction. Looks like supply is going to be a serious situation over here. And we're already using the trucks over here. Yeah, so we need to fix the supply clearly. Take a look at the supply hubs. You know, you don't have any over here, so that's a problem. Also, these aren't even connected. Okay, I didn't see that. So you need to connect this. So let's connect the rails up along the coast. So that should be prioritized. Get that done. And, oh, we're still building these over here. Wow. Okay, that didn't need to happen. I didn't know we were still building that. Alright, well, we won't, like, lose all progress, but we don't need to work on that right now, guys. I'll throw this down here. Then we also need to get some supply hubs and some rails going to them. This is the situation over here, I think, is where we're going to need to build some supply hubs. Also, over here, there might be some supply problems because you're pretty far away from it. Then you got to build rails out to it. I think it will be necessary, though. Yeah, you're going to have some supply issues, I think, no matter what we do here, guys. There'll be some supply problems. Let's build it here. And then get the rails going to it from here. I guess we got to start over here, don't we? And we'll just go through here. And then we need a supply hub over here somewhere as well. Let's build it. Or maybe it'll also help there. And then we'll get the rails going out to that. Alright, excellent. So we're going to take those up to the top. Really focus on getting these done here. And just ignore those call to arms until our troops get over there. Now, as far as our fleet, you know, we probably want to move more ships over there as well. We got the improved ship torpedo launchers. Okay. We still don't really have much naval experience. I don't think that's enough to get the light cruisers designed, guys. Yeah, I didn't even think about naval experience. Yeah, that has been a limitation on us, unfortunately. And, you know, our ships haven't been doing anything for a while. So that's the reason why they're so short on the experience. So we're still getting the depth charges. Let's go ahead and could do the airplane catapults, I suppose. More and better torpedoes will be an option as well. Okay, this is what we'll do. We'll go ahead and get the catapults, and then we'll do the torpedoes, I suppose. Any troops over here done training? No, they're still training up. Then we also have those ships we need to take a look at. So got all these submarines over here. We'll put them over here into this task force. Yeah, these guys are still all training. You can go and take these guys out and put them back in their task force. They're done. Well, they're repairing. Okay. Alright, guys, so just waiting for those troops to get over there. And I feel like this is probably enough submarines over here for now. I suppose a lot of these guys need to train, don't they? I didn't realize they didn't have any training. I guess we'll train the ones that need it. Yeah, we'll let those guys train up, I suppose. And then maybe take some of these ones here. Yeah, and move them over to this one, I suppose. Yeah, let's go ahead and stop them from training. Have them come over here. Alright, excellent. So yeah, very soon, guys. Crossing the Indian Ocean right now to get over to this front. As of right now, we still got a lot of open provinces. I don't even know if a full 24 divisions is enough to cover every province, so we might want to change the situation up where we're defending. Like, here's not even a good point of defense anyways. I'd like to advance, though, if we can. But yeah, if we're just going to defend, it'd be better to be behind the river here. But yeah, we'll try and advance. In fact, we'd want to move the tanks over there. Yeah, let's go and move the tanks over there now. Let's get rid of this front. Move the tanks over here to race towards Bangkok. And that's not right. I must have the wrong army selected here. Yeah, I do. We want the tanks over here. And just kind of race towards Bangkok.
Attention.
And see if we can't get Siam knocked out of the conflict. Japanese don't have any troops over here. They probably, you know, all their troops are going to be needed over here against the Soviets. So a big old border they have to fight on. So yeah, they're going to be very involved in that. Siam is also invading into the Singapore state here under the British. See what happens there. We'll see if any successful naval invasions are launched as well. Hong Kong has fallen. Not surprising. The British didn't properly defend it there. We got our air-ground cooperation. Excellent. Let's go for the flying artillery next. And then we'll be able to go after the army reform. Get rid of the victors of the Great War. That also gives us 10 army experience. Gives us some land doctrine cost reductions. New design company. So that'd be helpful. So yeah, let's go for the flying artillery. And unfortunately, that's all we're going to be able to do in this episode. I was hoping to get these troops over here. They should be over there soon. And once they are, we'll join the conflict. Once we have all these provinces defended. And we might pull back here anyways. Yeah, we'll see, guys. We'll see what happens there. Also, supply is going to be a problem here for a while. You don't get the supply hubs over here anytime soon. April and May. So that'll be months from now. But yeah, the Siam joining did cause us some problems, and that's the reason why I can't join initially. But we'll get this fixed, and then we'll join the conflict and start fighting the Japanese. So it's going to be a naval and air warfare over here as we attempt to gain control of the seas, at least around our own surrounding area. It's going to be difficult because the Japanese Navy does outnumber us, but how many ships have they lost so far in the war with the Americans? Currently they have 255 ships compared to the Americans, who have about the same number, maybe slightly less. Yeah, it looks like slightly less. So as far as what they have, it's 3 battle cruisers, 6 battleships, 8 carriers, 153 destroyers, 21 heavy cruisers, 22 light cruisers, and 42 submarines. So as far as the carrier battle goes, the Japanese do have more overall carriers. Now looking at our own fleet, we have 131 ships. That's 1 battle cruiser, 6 battleships, 1 carrier. Many of those are old ships. 39 destroyers, 7 heavy cruisers, 8 light cruisers, and 69 submarines. We've built up quite a submarine fleet, guys. Our submarine fleet is now larger than the Japanese submarine fleet. The Americans actually don't have that many submarines. They must have already lost some. Probably trying to sink convoys and stuff over here. Probably got bombed and destroyed. So yeah, we might have one of the largest submarine fleets in the world. I think we do. Yeah, we got more than the British, that's for sure. Yeah, I think we might have the largest submarine fleet in the world. Alright, well, there's that, I suppose. We've been building submarines for a while now, that makes sense. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next episode, where we'll be going to war with the Empire of Japan. So I'll see you then, and thanks for watching.